Welcome back everyone to my 4 robot party challenge run of Final Fantasy Legend 2. Last episode we started Apollo's world here, and we were solving this riddle to try to find all the magi in the world. The first place we went was an undersea volcano, got all the magi out of it, and then we went to this northern cave here where some wind god Donatus is supposed to live. Well, there's no wind god here, but there is a Donatus robot, and he's blocking the exit. So we're gonna have to defeat him to escape this cave because we can't go back up the way we started. That slope is too steep for us to climb back out. And we get a new party member here, Lynn, who is pretty useless. Lynn has really good agility, but the problem is like her weapons that she comes equipped with, punch and kick, their damage is based on how many times you use them. They're martial arts, so it's like the more you use them, the better you get at them. Like that Bruce Lee saying, I don't fear the man who practiced 10,000 kicks one time. I fear the man who practiced one kick 10,000 times. So the more times you use the martial arts, the more damage they'll do. Well, since Lynn joins with basically the martial arts at full capacity, she basically does like no damage when she attacks, so I guess you could, if you want, you could give her an agility-based weapon. She could do some damage, but she's only there for that one fight with Donatus, so it's pointless to basically give her a weapon. As you can see, IG-88 was more than capable of taking out Donatus. Donatus is interesting in speed runs, because Donatus has his enemy level allows a mutant to potentially learn some endgame level skills. One of them is teleport, and with the teleport you can kind of do a game-breaking glitch in this dragon world. Later on we're going to be in this racing world where we'll be racing dragons, and if you use the teleport spell while you're on the dragon, you get to leave the race and still be riding around the dragon. You get to like explore a bunch of different worlds and stuff, do some different things, but we'll not be showing off that glitch because we don't have any mutants here. Yeah, normally you wouldn't fight monsters that would give you that teleport ability until much later beyond the dragon race. So theoretically you could, farm Donatus there until a mutant gets that teleport ability if you really want to use that glitch. I think the most best thing you can probably get out of that glitch is normally you only have two mini bosses that drop a meat that allows your monsters to become the highest class. So if you're running more than 2 monsters, 2 will only ever get to the highest level. You can see that in my 4 monster party playthrough. But with the dragon glitch, you can fight those mini bosses over and over, and so you can get 3 monsters to the highest level. You never get the 4th because you can't have a 4th monster. You need a mutant to get that teleport ability. So we finally get another giant's gear here. Not really going to give us any strength, but going to give us some good defense, more hit points than the gold. So this is the last dungeon in this area. You notice when we entered the dungeon, it said can see with the true eye. If you try to enter this dungeon without the true eye, the whole screen is just white, like the border. And you can't see anything, so you're forced to do this one after you get the true eye. There's a laser sword, a new upgrade. We did buy a whole bunch of them though in the northern town. Just keep going here. Just run away from all these enemies. submachine gun might still be able to take out a group of them, but the submachine gun's pretty much obsoleted by the next world. But luckily, we can get a replacement. Now there's a replacement, you can buy grenades, but we're gonna farm, there's another mini-boss. I just talked about farming earlier, mini-bosses to Natus there to get that ability. We're going to farm a mini-boss to get a better gun. That way we'll never have to buy another gun, because the last real upgrade gun we'll get for free. Run away. I should have turned up here earlier. Get this one more Magi. And then we'll be done with this world. So if we actually go back to try to talk with Apollo, he's going to be gone. You're like, where did he go? Well, we'll find out where he went later on. He actually went to hold that dragon race that I talked about earlier with the glitch. So you could run into Apollo again. We'll skip his dialogue though on that, because like I said, I'm just rushing through the game here with my robots. They're on a quest to save the world as fast as possible. That lasers. Those 4 laser swords, yeah, we're pretty much one-shotting everything. Regular monsters will never have more than 999 hit points. You know, some mini-bosses, obviously will have more than that. But regular monsters, so pretty much we're at the point where we can almost one-shot, like, almost endgame level monsters. IG-88. Just got a few more worlds left to go until we can start building up our other robots, though. Like I said, just focus on, if you're doing this challenge party, just do like how I'm doing here, and just focus on having one robot, and that'll basically carry the party. And here we're gonna have 2 short worlds, one after another. This is the Guardians world. One of the people, if we talk with them, will basically say that the Guardians live here, and they have a secret base. And then someone says they often hear the heroic tune playing in the pub here. So play the heroic tune on the jukebox here, and we'll get caught by the Guardians. But luckily, remember, our father is a Guardian. It turns out that he's an important Guardian. He is the captain. He's basically like the leader of the Guardians. So we can go around and talk with all the Guardians here, but not really important in order to advance the plot. We head down here. The door over there to the left is locked. That's where all the Magi is kept. And unfortunately, all that Magi is about to be captured, because somebody sent monsters in to take all the Magi. So yeah, now we can actually go into here. All the treasure chests are empty though. But we have a series of mini-bosses that we'll be fighting. They're basically monsters from 2 worlds ahead of this world. Well, 3 actually. We'll be fighting them, and once you defeat one of them, you'll be able to get a Magi. You'll reclaim a Magi from them. So we got another. Like I said, these monsters basically like 3 worlds ahead, but you're so powerful. Well, IG-88 is so powerful. And even if you're not that powerful, you get your father to join you here. This is a good place to use if you have a regular party. It's a good place to gain some stats, because the monsters here are pretty tough. So you gain some good stats, and Dad helps a lot. If there's a large group of enemies, Dad has a submachine gun, and if you have a party of submachine guns, 2 submachine guns can take out any big group. Dad can pretty much almost solo most single enemies with his gold sword. And the ones that he can't, you can use the Blitz Whip, because that is a high percentage of paralyzing an enemy when it hits it. It makes it loses that enemy's turn, so Dad's a good party member to have. You can see here, Dad will just like one-shot that mushroom with his gold sword. Bonk. Dad has a lot of good equipment, and unfortunately though, Dad is not going to stick with us very long. All the shops are now gone, but if you wanted to buy equipment, there'll be shops kind of in the Celestial World coming up. So I'm going to save my game here because I want to fight this guy here. It took me about 3 minutes of resetting. So here you see the 2 submachine guns. Dad and the robot finished him off. And we're going to fight this guy, and hopefully he drops a bazooka. Like I said, the next firearm will be the grenades. We're going to get the bazooka because that's even better. And that'll basically keep IG-88 being able to defeat big mobs until we, for quite a few worlds, until we get the replacement, the tank. We get one there for free, so you don't have to buy any more guns. That's good. Now, when we head to the south here, if you press left or right, you'll see there's shops. Those are basically the same shops that are in the Guardians world, so if you need to buy something or stay at the inn. There's a hack that I'm going to play, Honeywa's Contingency. And in that hack, this world is actually made bigger. There's a whole big side quest in this world. Right now, just in the base game here, there's just this one monster, and he kidnapped Lynn. And Dad said he's going to take care of the monster, but unfortunately he doesn't. We have a pretty tough monster here, the ninja. You see, 500 and some damage. We'll be able to take him out with our laser sword. We get Lynn again, but once again, pretty useless because all she has is martial arts. She has better martial arts this time, but it doesn't matter. She still has no chance to use any of them and make them do good damage. So I will play that Honeywa's Contingency hack eventually later. They have like actually a post game to it. It's pretty good. It's pretty interesting. So I'm going to use a lot of sprites from the Final Fantasy Legend 1 and 2 as well. Basically just ignored Lynn there, but basically Lynn's father is also a guardian. We actually learned that Lynn's father is Mask, and you know, he disappeared because he got captured going after Ashura, and so he was, you know, out of her life for a while there, and our father was helping take care of her, and that's the connection that we have with Lynn and Dad. Why Dad was basically being a surrogate father for her because her real father, one of the men under his command, was her real father, one of the men under our dad's command, was missing. So, but it looks like our dad has been defeated. And so it's like, well, what do we do? We decide, well, because I remember our mission was to find our father and bring him home to Mom. Well, now it looks like that's not going to happen, but we decided, well, we've come too far gathering the Magi, so we're going to continue our father's legacy by protecting Magi from people that want to abuse them. So now we're going to head to New World here. For the most part, these worlds have been pretty small, these past few worlds. This world that we're going into has kind of a big story, big self-contained story. And it is Venus's world. Basically, in this world, there are basically two groups of people. We have all the beautiful people who live in this city, where it's surrounded by the walls, led by Venus. And then we have a city outside the walls, where it's, you know, dirty and unclean, but the people have their freedom. And the big thing here is, revolves around this couple, Leon and Flora. And Flora lives in the city here, and she loves Leon, but Leon's been exiled out of the city because he got injured. And because of his injury, he's no longer considered beautiful. So that's going to play a big part. So after we talk with Venus, Venus gives us permission to go explore the outside to look for magi. She said there's no magi in this world, but if you look at your prism magi, you'll see there's quite a few magi. So we're going to head to the poor village out here. And they're going to give us an idea of where we can look for some magi. Now you have to go to this poor village and talk with Leon in order to open the next dungeon up. I also want to talk with these guys, I think, to be safe as well. They mention about the sewers. The sewers to the city. A bunch of things that are in there nice and clean. So now we're going to head to the sewers, and that's our next dungeon, going looking for some magi. It's a good dungeon for a party of 4 monsters. If you look at my challenge run with the 4 monster party, there's quite a few encounters with monsters from a few worlds ahead, so you can get really good meat drop. And the monsters respawn over and over and over, so you can keep farming them to get the meat. And basically turn your entire party of monsters into monsters basically like from 3 worlds ahead, or not 2 worlds ahead, make them more powerful. So you don't have to worry about that here, but we will have to worry about navigating the sewers in our next episode. Take care, thanks for following along, bye.